Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. Let me start by welcoming you all to the Catalyst on what is a very special day for our University of Staffordshire graduates and their guests. Before we begin, I should say that in the unlikely event of an emergency, an alarm will sound. Marshals at each of the emergency exits located at the sides and rear of the hall and gallery spaces will then guide you to the assembly points and ensure that you exit safely. I'm Jenny Amphlett, and it is my genuine privilege to be your MC for today's ceremonies. You are in the heart of our campus, in our flagship building, and we are delighted to have you with us. Everyone here at the university knows just how important this day is for our graduates, and so I'd like to take a few moments to walk you through how the ceremony will work and what happens afterwards. The ceremony will commence as the platform party make their way to their seats behind me. Our Vice-Chancellor, Professor Martin Jones, will then make a short address. The Vice-Chancellor and Executive Dean will then move to the lower platform, ready to receive graduands. Now, graduands, I know, having spoken to some of you, that crossing the stage is the bit of the day that you are most excited and also perhaps most nervous about. Hopefully, I can help you to relax and enjoy it by explaining exactly what to do. Each of you will be guided by our team of ushers to come to the platform to receive your award. The name of each graduand will be announced individually and by course before they cross the lower platform. Please do take care as you cross the platform, particularly as there is a slight incline as you walk on and off. So please take your time and make the most of the moment. When you walk across the lower platform, please doff your cap twice to both the Vice-Chancellor and your Executive Dean. Now, to help you, there's a little green cross on the carpet which shows you the perfect place to do the first doff of your cap so that we can capture it on camera. Just don't doff too early, so don't be doffing on the ramp. Once you cross the stage, our ushers will then guide you back to your seats. And that's it, and probably enough talk about doffing for one day. So, guests, this is your opportunity to celebrate the amazing achievements of the person you are here with today. Whilst we ask you to remain seated as the graduands cross the platform, we do want to encourage you to celebrate their success and reward the hard work that goes into gaining an academic award. So please, during the ceremony, don't be shy. Do make some noise. Cheering and applause is certainly permitted. In fact, it's positively encouraged. So shall we have a little practice of that? So on a count of 1, 2, 3, let's have a little cheer. 1, 2, 3. Oh, come on. I know you can do better than that. So let's go again. 1, 2, 3. That's more like it. Do you think we can keep that up for the next hour? What do you think? Now, at the end of the ceremony, we would ask that all graduates and guests stand as the platform party leave the ceremony hall. Once the platform party has left, graduates, you will follow on and you will be met by your guard of honour. Guests, we would ask that you please remain seated until all of the graduates have exited the building. We will then head outside where our photographer and marshals will choreograph that iconic cap throw photo that we know you all want. We're going to attempt it, whatever the weather throws at us. We've had quite a lot of rain today. We've managed it. We've had 2 other ceremonies. We've done it every time, so we're going to attempt it. And after that, it's party time over in the LRV, where music, refreshments, photography, and merchandise await you. Just one more thing, our Chancellor, the author, explorer and TV presenter, Major Levison Wood, is unfortunately unable to be with us today, but he has sent a message for you all.
Hello everyone, it's Levison Wood, your Chancellor here from deep in the Amazon rainforest in Brazil. I just want to say a massive congratulations to the University of Staffordshire class of 2025. You've hacked your way through the jungle of dissertations and deadlines, but now it's time to explore the world beyond. So just remember, keep a sense of adventure alive, stay curious, and remember that every great journey starts with the courage to take the first step. So congratulations again.
Thank you, Levison. And so, without further ado, let's enjoy what will surely be one of the most memorable days in the lives of our graduates. Please can I invite you to stand up if you are able as our ceremony begins and we welcome our platform party. I invite the Vice-Chancellor, Professor Martin Jones, to deliver the opening address.
I declare that the convocation of University of Staffordshire 2025 is now assembled. Honoured guests, colleagues around the university, graduands and friends. As Vice-Chancellor of University of Staffordshire, I warmly welcome you all on this very special occasion, a celebration of achievement of our class of 2025. Today, we mark the success of our graduands from the School of Health, Education, Policing and Sciences and the Department of Social Work, Law and Criminology. We are delighted to be joined also by Alex Murray, OBE, who receives the highest honour, the Award of Honorary Doctor of this university. From counter-terrorism to tackling the rise of AI-enabled crime, Alex has dedicated his career to protecting our communities and shaping, indeed, the future of modern policing. We're proud, Alex, to honour you today for your exceptional distinction and leadership, innovation and, indeed, lifelong commitment to improving our policing, regionally, nationally and also internationally. Graduands, congratulations on reaching this incredible milestone. As you step into the next chapter of your rich lives, remember the world is constantly evolving. The skills and knowledges you've gained here are your foundation, but your ability to change and adapt and innovate and embrace change at all times will be your greatest assets going forward. Because I want you to feel this afternoon that today is your day, your special day, an opportunity to properly celebrate your significant achievements and milestones and to reflect how far you've come to be with us this afternoon. On that, I wish to pay tribute to the university staff, your friends and family and colleagues who've collectively all encouraged and inspired you throughout your studies, culminating in your graduation here today. As a university, we pride ourselves on our talented students, and here is just a taster of what you'll see this afternoon. Our courses in social work, law and criminology are indeed rooted in real-world practice. Social justice and community engagement matters, because across all disciplines, our students combine professional expertise with compassion, curiosity, and critical insight to make a tangible, discernible difference in people's lives. This year, students across the department have indeed embraced every opportunity to connect theory with practice. In law, students have demonstrated professionalism through live client work and simulated practice, developing at all times the skills and confidence needed for careers in legal services, advocacy, and above all, social justice. The department continues to evolve its offer with new undergraduate law with degrees being launched in September of next year, reflecting a growing demand, I think, for flexible interdisciplinary study routes, which are really important for skills. Meanwhile, our new postgrad law programs in law and legal practice, SQE Prep, and international law LLM will further strengthen the professional and global opportunities for our students in the field of advanced legal study. And in criminology, police and investigation practice, our students too link critically thinking about crime, harm and social justice. Students on the BSc Professional Policing and Policing and Criminal Investigation degree course are offered applied learning through practical situations with important community engagement, supported by strong partnerships with local police and criminal justice agencies. The department's international relations, security and intelligence studies and transnational organised crime degrees explore some of the most pressing global challenges of our time, from terrorism and cybercrime to human rights and diplomacy studies. These programmes attract students that are very passionate about understanding power, conflict and cooperation, guided by academic staff who have specialist expertise in global security and justice. In social work and working with children, young people and families, students have shown exceptional distinction and compassion, again combining academic rigour with ethical professionalism. Their success in placements and community partnerships, I think, demonstrates the department's deep commitment to reflecting socially how practitioners are already there to make a difference in the communities they serve. And here, amongst the students coming across the stage shortly, notable achievements are Rhiannon Erica Appleby has achieved a distinction in LLM legal practice, attaining the highest mark possible in her cohort, a testimony to her dedication and excellence in postgrad legal study. Amy Barton also achieved an overall distinction in MSc Criminology and Criminal Justice, completing a placement with Staffordshire County Council's Relational Practice and Restorative team before securing a part-time role. Her distinction and her dissertation explore ways to reduce exclusions in people referral units, which will be featured in a forthcoming book, and she'll soon join the probation service as a full-time probation officer. We also today celebrate Dr. Sarah Watson, Senior Lecturer in Policing, who's completed her PhD titled How Are Public Mass Shootings Defined, Framed and Responded to Across Europe, whilst continuing at the same time to teach and support our students across the department. Her research, I think, continues to provide insight into some of today's most challenging areas of policing and public safety. And collectively, I think all these achievements highlight a department defined by purpose and impact, where community meets theory, meets practice, and where all the graduate learners have a positive change culture for our societies. Why? Because our university is a university that exists to level the playing field. Why? Because we are a university driven by the belief that talent is everywhere, but opportunity is not. This is why we're proud to be ranked top 5 for first-generation students in the Mayo University Guide 2026 and ranked 2nd in social inclusion for England and Wales in the Times and Sunday Times Good University Guide 2026. And our university was also named equal first in the UK in the Times Higher Education Impact Rankings 2025 for our unique contribution to access for the quality of education for all. In particular, the way we support students who are first in their family to experience higher education. We believe in building skills that not only transform lives, but also uplift communities. This is why we're especially proud to be recognised as 3rd in the UK for career prospects in the 2025 Watch Uni Choice Awards, based entirely on student feedback. This accolade is more than a ranking. It reflects the heart of our mission to help every student, regardless of background, find not just a job, but also build a future. We know that true success is about more than numbers and me quoting numbers. It's about empowering people to thrive, survive, lead, and make a difference. At this point in the ceremony, it is traditional to reflect on the journeys of those who've gone on to achieve remarkable things. This summer, our Chancellor, Major Levison Wood, who you've already been introduced to on the video, world explorer, author, and filmmaker, delivered a powerful TEDx talk at our university, in this building, in this very room actually, titled Everything You Want is on the Other Side of Fear. Levison spoke about fear being simply not something you overcome, but something you work with. Fear is a signal, fear is a guide, and fear is a catalyst for growth. Drawing on his own life-threatening experiences and global travels, Levison reminds us that courage doesn't mean being fearless. Courage means moving forward despite our fears. That the cave we fear to enter, he says, the cave we fear to enter often holds the treasures we all seek. So graduands, whether you're stepping into a new job, continuing your studies, or taking time to pause and figure out your own path in life, you will encounter fear and uncertainty. But uncertainty is not your enemy. It is the beginning of discovery. So when fear taps you on the shoulder before an interview, a presentation, or a new beginning, know it's a sign that you're about to grow. Because on the other side of fear may lie your biggest opportunity, your boldest moment, your real magic. And in a world that's constantly changing faster than ever, your adaptability and your creativity, but also more importantly, your passion and compassion will matter. And your courage, whether this is quiet or loud, will be the thing that always carries you forward. My advice to you, and lots of people will give you advice, my advice to you is to build strong networks and seek out mentors. Look for the kind of success that doesn't just elevate you, it uplifts others around you at the same time. Because our class of 2025 has the power to drive meaningful change, has the power to do this not just in careers and industries, but in communities and conversations. Why? Because the future needs you, your voice, your values, and your vision. But as you leave here today, remember, success is not a straight line. It's a winding path with contours and detours, doubts and discoveries. But with purpose and persistence and perseverance, you'll find your way. I wish you every success in the journey ahead, and I hope you truly enjoy today. Today is a celebration of how far you've come, but also a launch pad for where you are heading next. On a guest platform party, please be upstanding. Please stand up. Let's see how much noise you can actually make. Let's welcome our class of 2025.
I invite the Executive Dean, Mike Phillips, to deliver the citation for the Honorary Award of Doctor of the University to Alexander Murray, OBE.
Vice-Chancellor, graduands and guests, it gives me great pleasure to introduce Alex Murray, OBE, for the award of Honorary Doctor of the University. From counter-terrorism to tackling the emerging world of AI-related crime, Alex has dedicated his career to protecting communities and shaping the future of modern policing. As Director of Threat Leadership at the National Crime Agency, he currently leads the national response to some of the UK's most serious and organised crime threats. Whatever the challenge, Alex has been a driving force in bringing research and evidence into real-world policing. He is the founder and chair of the UK's Society of Evidence-Based Policing and has led a range of pioneering randomised controlled trials exploring antisocial behaviour, burglary, out-of-court disposals and behavioural science. This work has gained international recognition, and in 2014 he was inducted into the Evidence-Based Policing Hall of Fame. In 2019 he was awarded an OBE for his outstanding services to policing. And Alex has also been a long-standing supporter of University of Staffordshire's collaboration with police forces, helping to develop the next generation of officers and championing student-led research that informs real operational change. He began his career with West Midlands Police, rising through the ranks to become temporary Assistant Chief Constable. He went on to lead the region's counter-terrorism response for 7 years before moving to the Metropolitan Police as Commander for Specialist Crime. There, he oversaw London's violence reduction strategy, confronting record levels of youth homicide with compassion, intelligence, and resolve. In 2022, Alex joined West Mercia Police as Deputy Chief Constable before stepping up as Temporary Chief Constable. He left in 2024 to join the National Crime Agency and now also serves as the National Police Chiefs Council lead for artificial intelligence, a role that reflects the growing need for policing to stay ahead of technology-enabled crime. Offenders are increasingly using AI to create deepfakes and generate harmful, abusive content, and Alex is at the forefront of shaping the national response. Throughout his career, Alex has remained unwavering in his commitment to improving policing for victims, officers, and the wider public. He has delivered training in evidence-based practice across the world, published widely in academic journals, and briefed the Home Secretary and other policymakers on the findings of his own research. Today's award celebrates Alex's exceptional leadership, his dedication to innovation, and his remarkable contribution to policing regionally, nationally, and internationally. Vice-Chancellor, I have the honour of presenting Alex Murray, OBE, for the award of Honorary Doctor of the University.
I bestow unto you honorary degree of the University.
Thank you very much, Vice-Chancellor. It's a real pleasure to be here. Thank you very much, Nick, for all our partnership together, and a huge congratulations to all of you at the back. You should be incredibly proud of yourself for all the hard work and for all the guests here as well. Thank you too to these brilliant British Sign Language interpreters. My wife is one, so I know they are absolutely exceptional. My wife is also a graduate of social work, so really she should be here, not me. I just want to talk through, in 3 minutes, 3 things that happened in my life that made me think about the way I do, and then perhaps leave you with a challenge. And the first thing was when I was at university in my second year, and my nephew, Will, is here. He's in his second year university at Staffordshire. And I realised that I wanted to join the police because I was a young man. I thought I can chase people, make a difference, and get paid. The three things all come together. My job was to protect the good people from the bad people. And as a result of that, I joined West Midlands Police and was posted to Wolverhampton. And having gained a certain amount of experience in policing, it leads me on to the second sort of penny drop moment. And it was late at night. Myself and my partner, we arrested a particularly insulting street prostitute, sex worker. She was quite young. And all the way through, while we were booking her in, she was giving us abuse. And you'd say, not a great human being. And then about 4 o'clock in the morning, I was walking down the cell blocks and looking through the little porthole key at the prisoners, including the one we'd arrested, and I saw her fast asleep on the mat in the cells, and it suddenly struck me, she was there with like rosy cheeks, really peaceful, that in actual fact, this probably isn't as easy as protecting the good people from the bad people. And it made me wonder, how did she get where she got? And perhaps there's a lot more depth to this than I hitherto had thought. And it made me wonder why people do what they do and what we as the police, and certainly in partnership with academic institutions like Staffordshire, can do about it. It's much more complex than we thought. So, a while later, I was studying a master's, and I met an academic. And this academic taught me for the first time, and this is my third pin drop moment, that in actual fact, you can examine cause and effect. You can study the impact of your actions, in my case, as a police force, in your case, as lawyers or social workers or health professionals. And I realized that some of the things that the police do are good and work. And some of the police activity has no benefit at all. And worse, some of the police activity could potentially cause harm. And not many people were thinking about policing in this context in the UK at that time. And understanding cause and effect is what we call evidence-based practice. It's understanding the activity that we take. Does it work? Does it have a positive impact on communities, or does it not? And so as a result of that, I started an organisation called the Society of Evidence-Based Policing that's kindly been mentioned, that now has chapters around the world and seeks to work with good people like the professionals here in Staffordshire University to say, what impact are we having and how do we improve the impact that we're having on the streets? And so my challenge to you today, while celebrating, is to reflect on whatever profession you're going to go into, is how you leave the world in a slightly better space. The Vice-Chancellor spoke about it. I'm really interested in listening to that dissertation, by the way, about school shooters. One of the things I'm looking at the moment in the NCA is violence-fixated individuals. So it'd be really intriguing to pick that up. But I would say to you, what can you do to make the world a better place, whatever profession you go into? And it's so important now, with all the trouble we're seeing in the world, that you think like that. And it doesn't matter if you're in a profit-making enterprise, or if you're in the probation service, or a police service, or the health service. You can make a huge difference. And sometimes it feels intimidating with the world operating as it is now. How can we, how can you, how can I change the world? Well, we can't, can we? Except I think we can, because you can change the world for people who you meet, the people who you serve, and the people who you operate. For them, that is their universe. And I'll just probably refer to a famous nun from India, you'll know her name, but she famously said, people, men and women, you can't do great things, but you can do small things with great kindness. And I think with that in mind, we can go out, we can change the world, and you can make a difference. So as you celebrate rightly your brilliant work here today, I'd ask you just to reflect on that as you leave and celebrate. It's been a pleasure being here today. I'm really grateful for this honour that you've given me. I don't feel like I deserve it, but it's really good to be here with your celebrations today, and I wish you all the very best. Thank you.
I invite the Director, Dr. Nick Howe, to present the graduates from the School of Health, Education, Policing and Sciences from the Department of Social Work, Law and Criminology and the Institute of Policing.
Vice-Chancellor, I have the honour to present to you those students within the School of Health, Education, Policing and Sciences from the Department of Social Work, Law and Criminology and the Institute of Policing who have gained the following awards. For a thesis entitled How are Public Mass Shootings Defined, Framed and Responded to Across Europe, supervised by Professor James Treadwell, the award of Doctor of Philosophy is made to Sarah Watson. Master's degree in Investigation Practice, Hannah Asprey. Samantha Bowman. Dee Kennywell. Gabriella Jessie Rush. Master's degree in Leadership of Policing, Moet Biel. Brian Booth. Victoria Cox. Receiving the Institute of Policing Prize for the highest postgraduate achievement, Oliver Jones. Paul Matthews. Alexander Moore. Master's degree in Criminology and Criminal Justice, Delia Akhtar. Syed Hassan. Jane Hilton. Abby McCrory. Mary Monica Akumu. Isabella Podmore. Philip Ramsey. Zaya Udin. Master's degree in International Relations, Henry Barrett. Charlotte Briley. Jasmine Carter-Morley. James Ricks. Master's degree in International Security, Jamal Asborn Mirza. Master's degree in International Security, Contemporary China, Daniel Downing. Master's degree in International Security, Intelligence, Graham Stewart Horn. Ben Lacey. Master's degree in International Security, Russian Studies, Louis Collis Lawrence. Master's degree in Legal Practice, receiving the Social Work, Law and Criminology Department Prize for highest postgraduate achievement, Rhiannon Appleby. Stacey Dawson. Bethany Fell. Jack Goldstraw. Tanisha Jasmine Hercombe. Callum Jackson Hill. Jane Jeffrey. Zain Mohammed. Subhan Nadeem. Hamed Sakor. Master's degree in Sociology and Social Justice, Haya Batul. Neve Plunkett. Emma Louise Spencer. Master's degree in Transnational Organised Crime, Kieran Reid. Lee Smith. Printos Triantifilo. Postgraduate Diploma in International Relations Intelligence, Gareth Longstaff. Postgraduate Diploma in Legal Practice, Nikhil Lee Baines. Sam Cartwright. Samira Mesrozova. Victoria Orford. Bachelor's degree in Criminology, Offender Management, Sophie Brown. Bachelor's degree in International Relations and Intelligence, Matthew Scott Anthony. Isabel Attenborough. Alana Esme Barron. Christopher Brown. Kira Browning. David Bryan. Sebastian Burton. Fraser Clark. Cameron Edgar. Daniel Gilbert. Stuart Gorin. Thomas Heaton Jones. Receiving the Social Work, Law and Criminology Department Prize for highest undergraduate achievement, Asa Hughes. Kieran Jones. William Jukes. Tanya Kendrick. Michelle Lee. James Lennon. Ethan Mingay. Hugh Morgan. Jack Morse. David Philby. William Alexander Poynton. Elliot Robinson. Hermione Robinson Hemmings. Felix Seaty. Claire Timpson. John Turner. George Wells. Bachelor's degree in law, Billy Chikia. Abriami Paramizivium. Rajay Temi Larazan. Bachelor's degree in policing and criminal investigation, Verity Bellingham. Megan Godridge. Vasi Raza. Bachelor's degree in professional policing, Grace Evans. Milligan Montgomery. Dylan Taylor. Joshua Thompson. Grace Winfield. Bachelor's degree in security and intelligence, Jack Barlow. Faris Khan. Bachelor's degree in social work, Nicole Bailey. Tanya Haywood. Tiana Leah McCubin. Kelly Smith. Amelia Ako Tambi. Sandeep Thapar Marga. Master's degree in Transorganisational Crime, Robin Teresio. Bachelor's degree in International Relations and Intelligence, Ilona Dawson. Bachelor's degree in Policing and Criminal Investigation, Scarlett May Banks. Bachelor's degree in Social Work, Sophie Rees. Bachelor's degree in Working with Children, Young People and Families, Maya Huller. Vice-Chancellor, that concludes the awards from the School of Health, Education, Policing and Sciences, from the Department of Social Work, Law and Criminology and the Institute of Policing.
I now invite Jane Jeffrey, a graduating student from the class of 2025, to the platform to give a vote of thanks on behalf of the graduating cohort.
Good afternoon, everyone. My fellow graduates, our families, friends, and the faculty who join us here today. I'm honoured to have been asked to speak today and would like to begin by recognising our lecturers and technical and support staff who have made this moment possible. We truly wouldn't be celebrating without them, so please join me in a round of applause to show our appreciation. As today marks the end of the final era in our education, the only thing left to do is close the book. Not in farewell, but in fondness. Because every chapter we've written here, every breakthrough, every doubt, and every challenge we've miraculously conquered at 3 a.m. have shaped the people we are becoming and the type of professionals. Our university's motto, Sapere Aude, which roughly translates as Dare to Learn, has carried us throughout this journey. And it's fitting, because daring to learn is not a one-time habit, it's a lifelong commitment. While studying legal practice, one of my wonderful lecturers, Dr. Jobert Alum, once told me that a good lawyer knows not what the law is, but where the law is. And I've often since thought about that, how the law is, by its very nature, always shifting, evolving, and humbling. And maybe that's what it really means to dare to learn, to keep seeking the truth always, even when it's complex or uncomfortable. To think for ourselves, to question with respect, and to form our own understandings of the world. I would offer an apology for the forthcoming literary reference, but in my defence, I have none. For me, one of the lesser admired morals in To Kill a Mockingbird has always been when Atticus Finch tells his children how real courage is when you know you're licked before you begin, but you begin anyway and see it through no matter what. He teaches them and us that doing what's right often means standing alone, thinking independently, and holding firm to your principles, even when it would be easier not to do so. And perhaps in the study of law, we're all a little licked before we begin. The law is vast and ever-changing. No one can ever truly master it completely. And yet we keep reading, questioning, and learning anyway. And that's the essence of courage, to keep striving, even when the finish line is ever moving. None of what we've achieved here today would have been possible without the extraordinary staff who make this place what it is. The lecturers are the heartbeat of this place. They are the reason people stay, the reason students succeed, and they deserve every ounce of the credit for that. There are far too many people to think by name, but I hope you know who you are and how you've given us much to be grateful for. Thank you for your kindness, your wisdom, and your steadfast belief in our value when we needed it most. As we go forward from today, I'd love to say that we've crossed some imaginary finish line and that everything will be grand. However, the path ahead won't always be smooth. You'll be told no more times than you'd like. You'll face knockbacks, doubts, and moments that test you to your very limit. But that's what this profession demands. Resilience, conviction, and the courage to keep going when it would be easier to stop. You'll be told to lower your aspirations, to take the safer route, and to turn back when the path ahead seems too steep. But as the Right Honourable Margaret Thatcher once said, you turn if you want to. The lady's not for turning. So as we step forward, let's carry with us the courage of Atticus Finch, the dogged determination of Margaret Thatcher, and the spirit of Sapere Aude. We dared to learn and we did. Congratulations, class of 2025. It's time to close the book.
I invite Mike Phillips, Executive Dean, to deliver the closing remarks.
Graduates, huge congratulations to every one of you. Be proud of what you have achieved. As Executive Dean of the School of Health, Education, Policing and Sciences, it's a genuine privilege to stand here today to celebrate your achievements. This moment represents your determination, intellect and commitment to creating a fairer, safer and more just society. You have studied law, justice, intelligence, and the systems that hold our society together. You've explored what it means to protect the vulnerable, challenge inequality, and stand up for what is right, even when it is not easy to do so. From law and criminology to social work and policing, from security studies to international relations, you have each learned that justice and service require not only knowledge, but courage, compassion, and integrity. Every case study, every investigation, every debate, and every placement has brought you to this point. You have developed the ability to think critically, act ethically, and lead responsibly. And though today marks an ending, it's also a beginning. You now step forward as lawyers, social workers, criminologists, investigators, public servants, professionals who will uphold the values of truth, fairness, and accountability. The world you're entering needs people like you. People who believe in justice, who protect the rights of others, and who lead with empathy as well as authority. You are those people. At University of Staffordshire, we're proud to deliver next generation education. Education that empowers you to challenge, to question, and to make a difference. You have learned not only the letter of the law, but the spirit of it, and you carry forward the responsibility to use your knowledge for good. Carry that forward with confidence. Be bold in your convictions, be kind in your actions, and never underestimate the impact of integrity in a world that needs it. Please stay connected with each other and with us. As University of Staffordshire alumni, you're part of a community of professionals dedicated to justice, equality, and progress. In a world full of noise, be the voice of reason. In a world full of division, be the bridge. And in a world full of challenges, be the person who chooses to act with courage and compassion. I want to leave you with the words of Ruth Bader Ginsburg, former Associate Justice of the United States Supreme Court and a tireless advocate for equality and justice. Fight for the things that you care about, but do it in a way that will lead others to join with you. Graduates, may you go forward and fight for the things that matter, with wisdom, with empathy, and with the courage to bring other people with you. Now, before we move forward for the rest of the day's celebrations, our MC will explain what's going to happen next. But first, I'd like to ask all graduates and guests who are able to please now stand. And now on my countdown, let's raise the roof with a huge cheer and round of applause for our graduates. 3, 2, 1.
Thank you, Executive Dean. That concludes your graduation ceremony, but the party is, of course, just beginning. Let me remind you what is going to happen next. When I finish speaking, I will ask you if you're able to stand. That will be the signal for our harpist to begin playing and for the mace bearer to approach the stage. The mace bearer will then lead the platform party, followed by our academics, out of the Catalyst Gallery via the rear doors. There they will form a guard of honour for our students who will follow on. Once outside, graduates, you will be met by our photographer and photographic marshals who will choreograph the academic cap throw photograph. The photo is entirely optional, so if you prefer to head straight to the LRV for refreshments, then that's absolutely fine too. And guests, this is where we need you to help us. At the signal of the ushers, once the last of the graduates have exited, you are free to join them outside and watch as we take the photo, should you wish to. We do appreciate that the weather isn't great today, so you can remain seated here in the warm of the Catalyst Hall and watch the photo being taken on the big screen behind me just there. If you do choose to head outside straight away, please be guided by our ushers and ambassadors who will tell you the best place to congregate, and don't forget to take your belongings out of this hall with you. The official picture by our photographer, Mark, will be made available to everyone over the coming days, so don't worry, you'll have that photo anyway. As soon as the photo has been taken, we'd like to invite all graduates and their guests to make their way to the LRV, where refreshments will be served, music will be playing, and the alumni photo booth and merchandise stall await you. And you should definitely try the apple crumble and custard. I can recommend it. It's very good. Gowns can then be returned to the registration area before you leave the campus. Graduates, this is your day. We couldn't be more proud of you. And now it's your time to party. So please be upstanding if you're able. Harpist, if you please.
to the LRV where there's warm apple crumble and you can have your Prosecco and enjoy it. Thank you very much. Thank you.